Okay, Oblivion may. Hmm. Uncontrollable. Must be work of a hacker. Alright. Look at those eyes. They're dead inside. Alright, we'll give her some more time. I mean, that's all we got. Little guy. Alright. Where are they? Oh, they're still here, inside the city. Might as well ask the important question. How'd they do? mean, we had no choice. Ooh. All right, so we're splitting up. Okay. If they have a smile, they're suspicious. Oh. Don't give keywords like that. That makes me feel like you're gonna get written off somehow. Okay. Oh, I see what he's thinking. Was it coordinated that the people who were killed are all the people who didn't have regulators, and the ones who lived did? I can see that. Casualties 19. Wow. I was curious something. Okay. So this is the info we got. What'd you guys get? I mean, with the high casualty rate below that, and the ratio is pretty unbalanced. That's pretty suspicious. White dust. What of this mess? Oh, I mean, that'd be the smartest action. There's no good action. Oh, getting a phone call. Mushi Mushi. Oh, that's not good. Oh. I thought we'd actually have to run there. Dialogue. A robot's protecting the robot? Robot violence? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, they're doing some horror level. It's like that one movie that was recently released.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
I can't remember the name. It's the little girl
Leave
though.
him alone!
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
The real hero. Oh, I think he's part of Oblivion.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
They said hand-to-hand combat it is.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Go to them, quickly!
Ooh.
Why a
We're here.
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother! Mother, please!
Isadora!
Oh no. I did hear that the story did get darker by the time I stopped playing. I guess that was very true.
Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
Okay. I wonder if it's in this patch or in the 5 point.
Sorry.
5 point.
If only I'd gotten
In
here
the last
sooner.
patch. 0.5.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss. Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
You're welcome. The Promise of Tomorrow. Oh, this is what that patch was called, 7.5. So why do you keep saying 7 when it's 8.4? Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, my chair keeps falling down. We'll try. We should kick the robot one more time. Kick. Hey, a summoner. They were right here. Yes, yes, they did. Phil. Oh no. Thank you. Okay, right with that designation. Okay. East we go. Maybe here? Oh, it's the insert danger music.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Mushy mushy.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please.
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive. Thank the gods. Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it. That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
Did he
They're not
find
just
it?
collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
Damn.
The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Uh-oh. What's that guy doing? You forgot to reload. So is why you...
Damn you!
Oh, I mean, that's one way to use it. That's why you always gotta count how many shots you're doing.
You can't be here! You need to run now!
Oh, it was a trap.
A trap!
That's what I just said.
Take care of the others, eh?
Now the question is he truly gonna be dead, or is it gonna be like he'll come back at like kind of like spoiler alert for the
No sign of him so far.
raid tier for a
This way,
heavyweight.
maybe?
A certain character comes back.
Geode!
Oh, Gio did not make it. I don't think he's coming back for the next patch. I knew it as soon as he started saying some words. I was like, no, they're writing him off.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years.
800 years?
Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to Ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
That's what I gotta say.
It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Let's talk to her. Oh. He does, obviously. No, she doesn't. But that's probably how their thought process is going. I mean, we've seen a lot of sacrifices in the last year. I think that, if I remember correctly at the timeline, Reborn to Dawn Trail is only like a year or two. Oh, right back into a cutscene. At least they're teleporting us, which is nice. Sorry. Once people start giving their best story, that's when you know it's over for them.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calix, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calix for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Please don't.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Jijon hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calix is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Everybody needs that. How they face it is a little different. No, thank you. No problem. It's never easy. Sure. Well, that's very nice that they keep teleporting us around. Sure. Meow. Oh, look, we're flying. Alright, so she goes out for a drive to lessen her mind. I mean, a lot of people do that, especially if you can fly. Oh. Not really. That's nice. All right. Really? Of course. Why did I do that?
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Jijon, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
To memory.
Oh!
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
Please do.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Let's share.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at...
Bro said equal rights and left for women. He was an equalness.
By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, they try their, it's been a while since I played it. I'll say it now, this probably is a hot take, but I don't think Dawn Trail was as bad as people say. It was not,
Losing
obviously,
comrades is a hard thing, but
a
being
great
here,
success after
thinking back on the
Endwalker and
moments we
Shadowbringer.
shared.
But it's probably more along the
I
lines
can
of
see
like
their
a 7.5
smiles,
out of
hear their
10. Like,
laughter.
it
I
did
feel
well.
their presence
Probably
and
some
I
of the
know
story beats were just
still
difficult,
with us.
but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is like the worst ever. But I do understand why people were upset, because we went from this utopia high to
these
low.
memories
But
of
then
mine
if
are
you're
for me
resetting the
alone.
world, it is always going to be like that,
Reminders of why I
unfortunately.
chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
We must do it for them. Oh, thank you. Apparently my plans to get called. Yeah, let me get over there. Oh. Happily ever after. Does truly anybody ever do? Alright, feeling very nervous. What's up? Oh. Was that always there? I don't know.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
The TV monitor with the late. I'm trying to remember.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning.
Okay, definitely stoking the flames about death.
The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
Xeno would be a good contrast to that because that's all he was kind of looked like. Was a good fight, even if it cost him his death. He didn't mind as long as it was a good fight.
Calyx.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death.
It is 7. I think earlier I said 8.
Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
Okay.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion.
Dog, everybody's gonna die at some point.
Or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria.
I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
But you can become their Dark Knight. Sorry, Batman. Yes. Oh, that was nice. Hey, I'm here too. Uh-oh, the little guy's here. Oh, have we? It's somewhere over here. Oh, it's this way. Boom. Is it actually a dungeon? Hold on. Okay, no. I was a little nervous for a second. I was like, it's right next to a dungeon. I'm like, wait a minute. Is this next?
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's
so dark I can barely see.
Open up your eyes, little one. Or tall one in this case.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
Oh, well, I'm glad the little guy gave his perspective.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment.
You sure? Everybody could use one.
This next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Okay. Now we want our voice lines. Alright, gotta go to the director's office. Alright, let's search and see if they left the key behind. I want to search everything before the half-open drawer. Money. All right, gotta find a level 2 key to get to the level 3 key, and using the level 1 key to get around. $158. All right, so it's not 158. Uh, 201 and... Okay, did it. Oh. Told you we needed level 2 for a level 3. All right. Okay, what do you see? Hmm. I'll have you. Okay. All right. Wait, that's correct. So they're linking up. There you go. The early days. He was a genius. No. He was always a genius, it seems. Here you go. What's up? Hey, cup. Oh, for a second I thought everybody was looking at me like I was dumbass. I was like, alright. For a level 4. There you go. Okay, so she's looking at the traffic. A god? Yes.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes.
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Sometimes it's funny how everybody thinks immortality is this great thing, but then when you have immortality, then it becomes the scariest thing.
Surely you...
Because you are... Oh. Never mind. She did not see it until tomorrow.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Damn. You didn't waste no time with the blicky. Oh. Yeah, they were happy to save their child. They pulled a Superman. Or Kal-El. Required password in the portal. Hey, what's up, Shogun? I've been wanting to get back into game for time, but I don't have the money for the sub. Well, I mean, you could always do the free account, because right now you're free up to Shadowbringers. How's your day going? That is about, I brought the expansions and stuff before. Oh. Make a new account. Start fresh. Chilling. Menu. Okay. Got the weekends off. Nice. I have to do a red-eye flight tonight. I did head to Los Angeles and I worked the flight back after some hours and then we're going back at night. So I took a nap earlier. Slept in a little bit. Now I was like, I'll probably stream a little bit before I put something in my belly. Though I am looking forward to the newest expansion, Everfrost. That one seems to be good. I am curious about how some of the reworks will be done for levels 100 to 110. That's going to be interesting. And I'm waiting for 7.5 sits, even though it's a side job, to play as Beastmaster. That I think would be interesting to do. I remember, what was the last one I seen you play? I think I was watching show was playing Legend of Zelda. Hopefully you beat it by now. Yep. Okay, nice. Congrats. Alright, we gotta put a green gem there. I did finish up Skyward Sword. Okay. I want to do some RNC to randomizer, Run Chain and Clink 2 randomizer, but it keeps breaking, so I gave up. Really? I know a friend who does that. If you want, Shaw, I could ask him how he does it so it doesn't break. Oh shit. Someone had quite an obsession. It's not needed. I went through there's some more stable release. I can speak. Okay. Trying to look for an emerald. Feel like I'm Sonic. That's not the right way. Gonna look at the research objective. Maybe let me talk to everybody first. Oh, I have a cell proposal. Well, my father's been in the hospital. You know, my mother's taking care of her. Got working a bit. Next up is Batman Origin for me on the PS3. Ooh, definitely have fun with that. Not sure about the really trophy though for the game. What's injury? Okay, now I needed it. I had to talk to them. Yeah, the Riddler trophies in all the Arkham games are probably like the most annoying. It is satisfying because you get a kind of cool moment, but it is so annoying. Kind of new, but Origin's a bit different, a bit weird. Oh. Night got to the annoying point. Oh yeah. Especially with all the driving. I think we can all say Arkham City is probably the best one. Asylum started off great with a very linear way. Night has great potentials at moments. I think Origin is kind of cool because it has Deathstroke in it. It has probably, you know, one of those the trailer for it. Oh, wait. Fuck, I remember the order of this. I have the order. I'm just trying to remember which room is which. Fuck me. I just need to know where people are at. Proto Lab. Director. Alright. Lab is Grant. That's all I need to know. Lab is Grant. Lab is Grant. Wait, what? Asylum agrees. Asylum had laid a very great foundation. City built upon the foundation made. Origins, the next prequel, shows out the difference between young and experienced. Night got overwhelmed quickly, but you have to play patiently. Night tried to introduce new things, but some things came too late. Yeah, and I enjoyed. Like everybody knew that Jason Todd was the big bad. Was Arkham Knight. Everybody figured that one out very quickly. The whole twist, I think, with the whole joke, with him being infected with the Jokum serum was kind of cool. I think the vehicles wasn't like as important, you know. Am I being just dumb? Oh my god. Proto Lab Sapphire. Okay. We mean that's not it. I'm about to lose my head. Oh my god, because it had a double meaning. That's why. It. What was that? Wait. Ocean. Fucking finally. I was about to smack my head. Stupid puzzle. Duh. Was it Night that introduces Catwoman? I'm trying to remember. I was gonna say Night would be the best one for that one. Everybody loves the little Catwoman.
This terminal doesn't look special
No.
to me, but this
Got
is
some voice
definitely
lines
what
going
we're
on.
after.
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
Good question.
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Yep. Especially with Ultima.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
Definitely that one.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus.
Of course they do.
Keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been. Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Oh, really?
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there.
Why would he
Break
tell
the
me
memory
this?
bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
Suspicious.
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
A little.
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me? Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
Man, that's getting a lot of
Whatever
messages
grand
too
future he
from our
envisions,
friends
someone
who
will be made
fly
to
for
pay the
Spirit
price.
Airlines, and here at the States they're shutting down.
And I won't let that happen.
So almost like 14,000 people have found out that they no longer have a job.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Okay, so we head back to the break room. We're gonna make our plans there. Okay, she's going to support us. Well, I mean, there's a lot of planning that we have to do. Yeah, you could join us. Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna try to be safe and take down the villains. I mean, that's all we really can do. Okay, where is he at?
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not Preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
No, it's not easy.
We stop begging others to teach us for a start.
Oh.
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss.
Yep. Let's see if they can,
we may
though.
never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them.
See, that's one of the things I think
the people beyond the barrier.
I think the story that they were going for in Dawn Trail,
we can't do it
the late game part of it was so much better than the early part of it. Like all these contests about learning about death makes sense, especially after Endwalker. I feel a lot of these patches stories should have been part of the main game.
Don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help. Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears.
See, that's
them
smart.
To make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossan, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria,
let's see where they're going with this. Can they
the
finish
time
strong?
To start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence. Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is. No, that wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Calm down, Sphene.
Amity, you used her name.
Everybody's fucking up.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her.
Alright, was her, is her, kind
Having
of
to
her.
live in secret, unable to share who you really are. That must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
They're admitting my father into the hospital, so we'll see how that plays out. Oh, that scene.
Things seem much the same.
Oh, do they?
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Okay. Well, before we get to do that, I had to take care of some personal stuff, so we'll end it here. Okay. I'm gonna make sure the camera's good. Yes. Ah, the Rose of May. I remember that raid. Or that trial, to say. I died a lot. I was adjusting my seat. That we shall. Yeah, that's the dungeon. Let's get to it.